anything else to see in this? Yeah, that's kind of dark. Okay, that's kind of spooky. And that was apparently the date of her last repost was February the 16th, 2024, notably 2 days after Valentine's Day, around the time she did go missing. People saying, well, a no repost from 2025. I'm concerned. I haven't seen any proof of life from her since 2024. People saying, yeah, me neither. She did have multiple TikTok names. I know this one says user with a bunch of numbers, but the one that was found was 0907. These young kids just change their username so much and create random new profiles all the time. Plus, I'm assuming once too many people started recognizing it, she would just delete and create new ones. That's crazy, okay? People saying, I figured the Discord message was a joke, but if she was really pregnant, she must have gotten an ABTION, maybe, and she would have had the baby before she passed. It might have been a miscarriage. That's what people are saying.
Might have been nothing.
So there were a bunch of TikTok reposts from David that were very concerning. Okay, check this one out, right? This one's dark. It says, every guy's personal hell is watching his girlfriend defend another man to him. That's not the worst of it, right? What does it say? You want to be something again?
Y'all ladies gotta understand something, man. And people in general. Being afraid of the big bad guy or that looks like a bad guy or the masculine guy or the guy that you might say is, no, be worried about these pussies. Be worried about these bitch ass, soft punk, emotional, crybaby bitches. Those are the men that are gonna hurt you. That sensitive man that you're always looking for, they're sensitive. Those are the monsters, man. Those dudes are the monsters. Now, my apologies to all the real ones, okay? To the ones that have a family and they're faithful to their family and they do their thing. But then there's these soft punk pussy motherfuckers. Those are the emotional wrecks that's crying on your fucking phone. Worry about those motherfuckers, man. Huh? Don't worry about the motherfucker that tells you, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Get the fuck out of here. And leaves. Worry about that motherfucker that's doing all the movie shit. The motherfucker that's standing in front of your house with the radio, like, say anything and shit. Fuck out of here. Worry about those punks. Those soft, emotional motherfuckers, man. They just crying like hoes all day long. Worry about them. Those are the monsters.
That's grim. But this one's the dark hell is watching his...
The ones that are, every guy's personal hell is watching his girlfriend. Kick rocks then. Get the fuck out of there. You don't want to see your girlfriend defend another man? Then go do something about it. Not what you did, but kick rocks. Get lost. No, you want to cry about it on the internet? Go write a song about it. Worry about those punk motherfuckers, man.
Girlfriend defend another man to him. That's not the worst of it, right? What does it say? You want to be something again? That's grim. But this one's the darkest one. It says, me, after hearing about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and utterly disgusted by her actions.
Me, after hearing about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and utterly disgusted by her actions. You're a cuck. Shut up. That's the guy you got to worry about. He's telling everybody he's giving you those insecure motherfuckers, worry about them. Remember the girl who had the OPP or OP, clear example of soft business? Oh, where Buddy went and took her whole family. Yeah. We covered a story where this girl stopped talking to this boy, and this boy went and took her whole family. And would have took her if he found her. That's the punk that you got to worry about. You could raise two different kids, right? You could raise an insecure kid with no confidence, right? That does whole shit, cries about everything. He's a victim about everything. Or you raise a kid that's willing to put himself in the middle or something if something's going wrong with, a woman or a child or something like that. Worry about those insecure motherfuckers, man. It's not the tough ones. The ones that you're gonna need in the zombie apocalypse, it's not them. That's the problem. It's these crybaby whiny bitches like David.
This is a scene from American Psycho with the villain Patrick Bateman. He's about to kill this woman in the film. Okay. He's Patrick Bateman. He's about to kill, utterly disgusted by her actions. This is a scene from American Psycho with the villain Patrick Bateman. He's about to kill this woman in the film. Okay, he's reposting that saying after hearing about her past, he pulls the nail gun. He's going to shoot her in the back of the head. I don't think he ends up doing it. Somebody distracts him, but that's basically him saying, "Yeah, I was about to kill somebody over their past," which is very, very strange. And there's more angry reposts of him seemingly being jealous about her, me realizing you won't go to heaven if you end your shit. And I don't know whether that's him saying the person that he's going to delete won't go to heaven because of the bad things they did in the betrayal, or him saying, me realizing he won't go to heaven because of the bad things that he's done. Very twisted, very dark, all right? Like, really, why are you reposting that? That's crazy. Very, very dark, twisted reposts. Not just that, post this XXXTentacion clip.
Don't like. Instead of getting to you, don't. Your lover says something to you don't like. Instead of getting angry, instead of leaving, which is never the answer because of...
He's really not the person we want to hear relationship talk from. XXXTentacion, great music, but very twisted guy himself. Had a horrible case where he had done unthinkable things to a young woman.
Never find love in leaving. That's pride. If you think with pride during your relationship, the shit won't work out. And unfortunately, you know, due to time, people change, priorities change. And the way
There's a bunch of kids lying to each other on the internet about what they know about love. Y'all don't know shit about love. You can't even understand lust at that point. Y'all are dumber than a bag of fucking bricks. And you want to give each other advice about shit.
kind of treat you also changes once they get what they want. I think that's enough said with that situation. And if you love someone and you fully devote yourself to them and you don't lie to them, and you do everything in your power to be there for them fully.
All of that shit, you do everything in your power and all of this fucking fairy tale shit that a bunch of know-nothings is fucking talking to each other about. And what happens? These kids eat it up. And they go and they repeat to their friends this bullshit. And somebody that really loves you is willing to do everything. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. He don't know shit about what he's talking about.
And you don't play mind games with them. It's no longer fun. They like fun. They don't like anything simple.
You think a 12-year-old, 10-year-old, 14-year-old, 16-year-old understands what the fuck? This 20-something don't understand what the fuck he's talking about. Just talking. We want everybody, we pick and choose who's smart. Oh, he's genius. That's genius talking.
So they like someone that's going to be an asshole.
Yeah, I'm not saying he couldn't have been eventually. I'm just saying, you know, it's a bunch of ideology from child to child, man, and they're running with this fairy tale bullshit.
They like someone that doesn't have time for them and won't give them attention. You know what it feels like to feel for somebody. Mm-hmm. And when you have this genuine feeling that you get from somebody and you make that person your source of happiness, obviously it becomes like, they become your drug. You know what I'm saying? This girl became like my drug.
So he's agreeing with all of that stuff. He's basically saying all these mind games, all this manipulation, or how you deal with women, the relationship becoming the drug. He's agreeing with that. This is another one saying, not saying I'm jealous or anything, but I hope whoever flirts with you other than me gets...
I literally, shout out Velez, I literally said that in Zay's chat. I said I blame Disney princess movies. They be watching too many of them Disney princess movies. It don't happen like that in real life. No. Love is pain mixed with the happiness. Love is sacrifices in ways that you can't imagine. Not no Romeo and Juliet shit. Not no fucking Elsa shit.
Hit by multiple cars. I mean, it's a joke, but also it's a reference to violence. Like, it's leaking information that he's willing, you know, he's hoping, he's looking for violence about his heartbreak, about his jealousy.
Look at that's the suckers you got to worry about. You got to worry about the jealousy, all this jealousy bullshit. You with me? You not with me? You not with me? I do my shit. Not saying I'm jealous or anything, but I hope whoever flirts with you other than me gets hit by multiple cars. All this jealousy. Y'all a bunch of fucking little kids, man. If you survive to be 50, you won't remember some of these bullshit ideology that you was feeding yourself. If you mature.
It's very, very twisted, really, you know. And there's just a whole bunch of this. Look at this one. When you're listening to a pathological liar tell you about absolutely nothing for literally no reason. All of these things. Me, if I ever found out my son cheated on his nice, loving, caring, smart, innocent girlfriend for a bop. And it's violence. It's a belt. Somebody's getting a belt. Saying this is me if I ever find out my son cheated on his innocent girlfriend as a bop. With a bop. Beatings. Violence. He seems to think that violence is okay in the face of betrayal and heartbreak.
At the end of the day, we're not talking about regular situation shit here. We're talking about what seems to be PDF file ring. A whole big fucking conglomerate. The rabbit will have the gun when he gets to prison. Listen, I want to believe that. I do, but I be losing hope. All you got to do in there is sing a couple of songs like Carol's and shit, and everybody swooning and shit for him.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
This was basically somebody screen recorded, screen captured.
He go in there sing a couple of songs, everybody forget what the fuck he did.
This is a poem that he posted on his story from the summer of 2023. Seems like he had this twisted, sick idea that the ultimate form of love is killing for someone, and I feel like this supports the idea he was contemplating this for a long time. And these are lyrics. It's a poem that he posted. It's screenshotted from his camera roll on June the 27th, 2023, or at least that's when it was written. It could have been posted later. It says, "I killed a flower tonight." And you notice you saw all those white flowers and white roses in those videos. They represent something very dark, the purity of this young person, very screwed up. He said, "I killed a flower tonight, not by stepping on it, not by uprooting it, not by even keeping it from the sun, but simply because I gave it too much water, and it reminded me love is not gentle, love is violence, and I have an awful habit of drowning people. I didn't mean to kill them. If anything, I tried to give them more life, but I simply gave too much water." Now, this is twisted. Okay, love is violence. It makes me sick. What skewed perception, all right? People saying,
Definitely not violence.
People actually find this generic, want to be edgy stuff deep. No, dead ass. I don't know if people think he's some genius who's the first to use that stupid ass metaphor. I just want to tell him to shut the F up.
That's my point. He's not a genius, you know. But these kids, all you gotta do is say some bullshit with confidence. They run with that shit. It becomes part of their ideology.
I agree with that. All these like, "Oh, I'm so deep, man. I'm so deep." All these white flowers, bro. You're a creep. You're a creep. We see what's going on, man.
That's it.
So Celeste's Twitter account has also been circulating, and people have been posting David retweeting her. This is one of her Twitter accounts that's been circulating. People are saying it's just more proof. It's interesting because this user tagged David on someone else's post about Fortnite, and as far as I know, Celeste and David played Fortnite together. So this is her atting him. "Get this off my stuff for BLM, please." And in a thread at my OG post, David only replied to Celeste tweets, and they're comfortable with tagging him around. Also, she would have been 10 or 11 there. This is 2022. That is actually crazy, but I don't think 11 is quite right. It says, if you go to her profile and reply, she only commented on David's post and tagged him. That's definitely her. Celeste turned 12 in September 2022. She even types like a child. There ain't no way he didn't know her age. Also, she just joined Twitter in September and commented on his July tweets, meaning they probably just met around September, and he introduced her to his socials. This is him saying, "I've made like 7 songs today, trying to make the perfect photo dump audio." And she replied, "Love, fave, OMG. I love this OMG song." And they're saying she's typing like a child. All right. So people on Reddit, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but I do want to explore this. Just something that's interesting.
That's a 12-year-old, dog. It's a fucking 12-year-old, dog. It's a 12-year-old on fucking Twitter. 12-year-old talking to this singing jerk off.
People on Reddit saying her family must have known what was going on, and some people even suggested that her sister actually encouraged her to be with him. This says her family knew. "I live in Lake Elsinore, and I know people who were friends with Celeste. From what I've heard, the family knew she had this boyfriend and also how old he was. She wasn't really missing. She just kept running away from home. The family, of course, had to report it, though, because of school and stuff like that, and her sister even encouraged her to be in the situation with David. It's hard to have sympathy for a family who did protect their own. She should have been guided in the right direction. It's sad." Now, I don't condone that. I don't agree with that sentiment. I think it's a really tragic situation, and I know that the family is obviously going to be going through it right now.
No. Well, then you must not know that ain't shit families exist. There's ain't shit families out there. I'm not saying that this family is one. I'm just saying, let's not pretend we don't live in a cruel world. We're talking about a little girl decomposing, dismembered in the trunk of a car. If that can exist, ain't shit families absolutely exist. And I must say, from what I'm hearing, there wasn't much pushback. The kid didn't even know there was a Discord, none of that shit. I don't know what kind of pushback they had. I don't know who's responsible. Family, police. We know David needs to be fucking talked to. But there's such a thing as ain't shit families out there. Again, I ain't saying this is it, but hey.
And so I don't want to victim blame. I don't want to put any blame onto the family. There's only one person really to blame, and this is the person who took Celeste's life. And we're all still waiting to find out whether that can truly be proven to be David. But they're saying everyone in her life failed that little girl. Look.
The whole system's still failing that little girl. And whatever little girl, oh boy, could possibly be hurting tonight.
The same people, maybe he was paying the family indirectly so they didn't complain so much. People are saying, I saw a screenshot where he'd sent Celeste $9,000. People saying that's human trafficking, and if so...
And let me tell you something. I don't know what the rules are. I know what the rules are when you go and you take... When you taking out bread and shit and putting in bread and shit, they do that 9,000. Because once you get to 10,000, it got to be reported. This right here... 9,000? That sounds like it's doing that.
People are saying, I saw a screenshot.
That's just what it sounds like.
where he'd sent Celeste $9,000. People saying that's human trafficking, and if so, her parents could be involved. I'm not sure if I believe that the parents could be involved. This is a picture that's going around saying, how many racks can I have? She says, give me 10 bands right now. He sends $9,000.
Guess what? That 9, that's some slick shit right there. Some slick shit.
And it says, I can't stop falling for her. That is actually twisted. That is actually twisted. And that's crazy. So there's another comment on a post, basically, where she's commenting on he's commenting on, I guess, someone else's post. It could be her post, unclear, saying, can I please have 10 bands? Okay. Just saving all of this for a longer deep dive that I'm going to be doing. Okay. Saying he posted it on his TikTok. You can see the watermark below. It's super twisted. All right. Super messed up. So, the other thing I wanted to point out in this video is old lyrics have now surfaced from a song where the song's called apparently Understand, and he sings about people wanting to take her from him, and how she even had to keep her head down when he was driving her home. So this is October 2022, which in theory could have been soon after they first met, according to some people, if her birthday was in September, and that's when they would have met, according to the last post. So put your head down. You don't understand, no, because I just want to keep you safe more than anything. We're going home, so keep your head down till we get there, because I know there's people that want to take you from me, and I won't let them do that. No, baby, but here we are. And I'm going to share with you a very bizarre theory that may well be one of the only saving graces for David. And I'm not condoning anything. I'm not trying to give him an out. I'm not trying to give him... It's not really an excuse, but this could be a potential defense. There could be some confusion going on. And what I'm seeing on a lot of Reddit posts is that there is apparently 2 Celestes. So Celeste obviously being the name of the young girl who lost her life. She would have been 15 on the day that she was found. It's highly likely that she lost her life before her 15th birthday. So she would have been 14 when she lost her life and had her life taken away from somebody in a very heartless fashion. But obviously, there's been all this talk about this relationship between David and Celeste and where this all came from, what was going on, how could he have possibly been publicly, openly flaunting this relationship with a 13, 14-year-old girl at this point in his big old career with all of his success. And some people are basically saying that there is another Celeste. There's another Celeste that might have been the one. Maybe this is an excuse. Maybe there's a Celeste that's of age, that was really David's girlfriend, and this little girl maybe had nothing to do with it. I mean, that doesn't really hold water when the chopped up body is found in the front trunk of your Tesla, and it's Celeste, the 14-year-old girl. But we're going to explore this theory of 2 Celestes because there's been quite a lot of talk about it, and some people are feeling like it does hold water. So there's a whole bunch of Reddit posts that I'm going to go over in the course of this video. This one says, can someone please explain there's 2 Celestes? There's a lot of spam going on, specifically in TikTok comments, about the Celeste you see in photos is not the same Celeste that was missing and found.
Now,
However, it really does look like the same girl.
This is what Vicente was talking to us about on Friday. He was telling us about the 2 Celestes. It was Celeste Herrera and Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Specifically in Discord prove that. Can someone please elaborate on this second Celeste that is apparently David's girlfriend? People think an older Celeste, aka second Celeste, named Celeste Herrera, is used as a cover-up to hide that he had any relations with the minor Celeste, the one that was found deceased and decomposed in his car. I read somewhere, I think it was a comment on a BJ Investigates video, that there's another Celeste that's supposedly a decoy and she's 23 years old. Are all the pics of the girl with the thick black glasses the older Celeste? People saying the stream at the arcade and photos with straight black hair are the 23-year-old. All glasses, photos, and videos of curly hair are the victim.
Now, I questioned that in the video that we watched on Friday. I said, well, is that girl that they're saying is wearing the same hoodie as that girl in that picture, the girl with the glasses? And they said, oh, same hoodie. I said, but is this the same person?
So the Celeste and David won't let me sleep pic and Epstein joke cooking videos are the actual victim. Celeste Herrera is a 23-year-old who's been seen publicly with. Celeste Rivas Hernandez is the 11-year-old who we met and groomed in 2021 on Discord, who went missing in 2024 and was found dead in his car on September the 8th, 2025. PDFs like minors. This is apparently Celeste Herrera. This is the older Celeste. I'm not going to lie, kind of similar looking. I mean, that is bizarre. That is actually bizarre. They're saying that's Celeste Rivas, that was Celeste Herrera, and people are trying to work out, well, which Celeste was this? In the video, Celeste in the Hello Kitty sandals. These were the sandals she was apparently wearing when she went missing. So clearly this is the child Celeste in her Hello Kitty sandals, seen with David's brother after a show. She was a missing child still during these moments.
See, so then there's no question that's her. Those shoes have been identified.
Now let's look at some other Reddit threads that dig a little bit deeper into this theory. So this is another one just with some pictures of 2 Celestes. She not only shares a similar name, Celeste Herrera, and that's her Instagram there apparently, followed by David. And maybe that's the Celeste from the video. I mean, how bizarre would that be if this other Celeste was the female actress that was playing the role of the real Celeste, who was the underage girl? I mean, this thing just gets more and more wild by the day. And that's obviously the young girl. So found out there's two Celestes. One is 23-year-old Celeste Herrera, who is different from the 15-year-old Celeste Hernandez. There's only one music video that looks like Celeste Herrera, 23-year-old. The rest of the music videos look like Celeste Hernandez, 15-year-old. Man, I got a headache right now. It's all this nonsense, all this horrific, gory stuff is actually giving me a mad migraine today. I'm not feeling it. Super weird how they share similar features. Anyone else notice or know more about the older Celeste? She's just a random girl, honestly. In the Twitch scene, it seems to be more of a coincidence to me that they ended up in a video together. She was at an influencer party that David was also at. I'm assuming they're just mutuals, but it is weird she's wearing a similar Gap hoodie on the stream.
Okay, Gap hoodies are not fucking exclusive to one person.
Interesting. So
Jason the Ween, that's the goofball that was all confident yesterday. He didn't do it because me and him got to do a show on the 20th. Shut your dumb ass up, man.
Jason the Ween retracts his earlier statement defending David, clarifying they were never close friends and only collaborated on one song. And
see, now remember how confidently dude said that shit in the last video? Remember how confident he was about that? And now he retracts his statement defending David, clarifying they were never close friends. Only collaborated on one song and had dinner once. He also states the Celeste he met on stream is not Celeste R. Of course, but you were so sure, right, stupid? You were so sure. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. You think he did it? We're going to be on stage on the 20th. You're a nut hugger, bro. Okay? You're one of these motherfuckers. Oh, it didn't work. You're a nut hugger.
Dinner once. He also states the Celeste he met on stream is not Celeste Rivas, saying yes, everyone here knew already. So we're going to see an even bigger breakdown of this theory in another post. Two Celestes. What I really don't understand is why there are two Celestes in this situation and why the other one hasn't said anything. Also, why did no one say anything about their relationship when she was so much younger than David? This is a really confusing case, honestly. May this young woman rest in peace. This is awful. Does anyone have a GoFundMe account or start one for her family? You should be focused on his two best friends, Aisha and Neo. They hung out with him and they must have known about the grooming at the very least. Someone said, yeah, you're right. I'm just here to try and grasp some of it. It just seems so insane to me. They for sure should have spoken up about her being underage to begin with, and maybe she'd still be here right now, ma'am. Saying it was a different Celeste that David hung out with has got dragged into the situation since she has the same name as the victim. She put in her IG bio that she's a different Celeste. There isn't much of a reason for her to speak up since the two Celestes look completely different. People were paid off not to speak about it. And I think David threatened legal action on somebody for attempting to talk about it. Yeah, but where is the pictures of the other Celeste then? There should be a gallery of some LA girl out and about with friends. Where is all her mutuals? To put it to bed, all we have is that there is apparently two of them that look very similar and only a few pics of both. A bit mental to me. All right. And there's more chatter about this theory, this second Celeste, and this one is a lot more of a detailed breakdown, okay?
This is the page that I was looking for last time and I couldn't find. Shout out Shannon. I looked up Celeste Herrera. Remember, I found her with 900,000 subs or someone with the same name. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is. It's probably her. I don't know. Streamer. David's odd obsession with Celeste, possible incriminating evidence. Again, this could be all internet shit right here, right? We do have facts, though, in this case.
David's odd, that's like a tongue twister. David's odd obsession with Celeste and possible incriminating evidence. So that no one would be suspicious of him and that everyone would believe that Celeste Herrera...
I think that's too deep, man. That's...
is actually Celeste. So this is theory. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was killed all the way back before the 8th of June, according to the report of her missing body. The body was heavily decomposed and chopped up. Depending on the longevity of this decomposition, we won't really know if this theory is true or not. But to continue on with the theory, I believe that after killing Celeste Hernandez, David's obsession with her wouldn't go away, and he would look for someone to fill her place. This is where
would not go away. David's obsession with her would not go away, and that he would look for someone to fill her place.
Celeste Herrera enters.
This is where Celeste Herrera enters.
In the two photos, the new Celeste is wearing the exact same one.
They're reaching.
The exact same what? It doesn't say.
They missed the word.
I don't know if it's the ring or something, but it doesn't actually say. So the new Celeste is wearing... Oh, the same Gap hoodie. It's the exact same Gap hoodie. Wow. That's crazy. The new Celeste is wearing...
It's not...
The exact same one the deceased one was last seen missing with. This leads me to believe that David knew of Celeste's death and gave the new Celeste her jacket that's twisted after she was killed. Unironically, XQC went and discovered that many of David's songs and music videos premiered on Celeste Hernandez's birthday, contributing to the fact that David was obsessed with her. Reason for the murder: some people speculate that Celeste Hernandez wanted to leave David to go back home, but David would not allow her to because he knew that if anyone found out about their relationship, his career would be ruined.
She'd already gone back home, and evidently everybody knew.
And so he decided to kill her. Cause of death is still unknown, and it's the exact same jacket. People are saying he follows Celeste Herrera and her bio is different Celeste. She changed her bio. That's weird. Ooh, what was that picture? A little bit of evidence slipped me by. So is that her with the new Celeste? This is the Celeste that's in the bottom of the picture. This is Celeste Herrera. All right, I'm going to save that for the deep dive, all right? This is actually crazy. I just can't believe how crazy this is. People saying the story is getting more and more weird each hour. Exactly. Now people are saying that this Gus guy is dead too. And that was 4 days ago. That was before I even covered it yesterday. Yes, I don't know if it was real, but Celeste's brother seemed to confirm that Gus died due to different reasons. It sounds very interesting. I'm trying to find more evidence, all right? He was saying, guys, what if David hired someone to take out Gus? Gus was in with some people, the wrong people, scarier people. They found out he was unalived over some girl that David now claimed, and as revenge, they got hold of Celeste and did the unspeakable to her and left her in his car.
Bruh, we could do theories for days. We could do theories for days. And that's what they're doing. I don't believe that whole other Celeste fucking decoy shit. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. I don't believe it.
I don't think I've ever covered a story that has been so fast moving, has been so crazy, so quickly. The updates are coming through quite literally by the second. I'm scrolling through the David subreddit and we're seeing updates minute by minute. People are finding new bits of information, new screenshots, a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And I really just can't believe what I'm seeing. I've got another update for you today, which it does seem like the cover-up has begun. It seems like people are actually actively trying to cover up the situation, particularly the Discord, where a number of sordid messages between David, the victim, all these different people that are all allegedly talking in this Discord. There's some very damning stuff on that Discord, and it seems like people are actively now trying to purge evidence from the Discords and cover up everything that's been going on. So I'm just going to do a very quick, very brief breakdown of some of the cover-ups that has allegedly been going on and these efforts to delete these comments and these interactions on Discord, okay? This is actually wild. So this is circulating just 4 hours ago in the David subreddit. Discord staff thinking about purging evidence, okay? So this is a comment that says there's been 1,000 DMs.
What's crazy is that the law hasn't taken control of that Discord yet. How? How's that even possible? That it's at the Discord's discretion whether there's evidence in the Discord or not. What?
And a bunch of posts, so I just thought I'd clear that up. Staff statement regarding the situation is in announcements. My fault for the double ping. I deleted it by accident. Someone's saying help purge. Group command purge deletes the specified amount of messages from the current channel. And they're basically saying you can type in purge Jonathan 30. It will delete all of those messages in the chat. So they're literally getting to the point they're using prompts and you know, some of these tools on Discord to try and purge and get rid of all the evidence they possibly can.
Wow, bruh. Like Oso said, man, knock down every motherfucker in that Discord.
And now people are saying, save this image. They're tampering with evidence, which is a crime. And you know what? It's a good point. I'm going to save the image to my document because I'm going to expose David a whole bunch more in a longer video when I get around to it on the main channel. It's actually effed up, okay? They're tampering it with evidence, which is a crime. And I'm specifically talking about David and Celeste messages in that server. People are saying the mods over there are pretty suspicious, to be honest. All right? And then this is one of the... All right? It's all messed up. People saying they can purge it, but the data will still be on Discord's backend regardless. It doesn't change anything significant apart from them showing that they're potentially trying to hide something. A tad surprising that people think deleting messages means they're entirely...
I agree with that guy right there. And not only that, yeah, now you've implicated yourself. What you over here deleting shit for, huh?
Gone. You can delete the messages all you want, but it ain't going to work, all right? The cops can subpoena Discord. They can get all of the messages. All of that's going to be archived. You think Discord's really going to be out here letting you guys cover up these crimes, letting you guys permanently delete these things? This ain't no Telegram, all right? This ain't no, what's the other one? Telegram, Signal. This ain't none of that, man. This is Discord. This is a corporate company. This is $1 billion company. I wonder who owns Discord. So this comment, it says, someone has archived over 3.6 million messages from the server and web hosted it. So it's good to know there are people out there doing their own backups. I need a link to that 3.5 million messages from the server backed up. We're going to need that. The cops are going to need that too. All right. So people are...
Trap Lord put in enough hours, he's on their ass. Salutes to Trap Lord Ross for being on their motherfucking ass.
Saying, sweet, download Vencord now, and once they delete the messages and any further messages, it will save it for you and you'll be able to see them still. People saying, surely they're already way too late. The FBI can still access it. This won't do anything. It's time for jail time, all right? Deleting evidence, that's baby behavior for some.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow,
Someone trying to
jail.
play the big bad artist. He seems like a scared kid, which fits since Arrested Development seems to be his whole thing. Discord, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Celeste's family are going to sue you. They're saying, I hope those mods get jail time too. They aren't just trying to purge stuff with David. It's highly likely they're trying to purge not only their own involvement, but also things that would lead to an additional separate inquiry into their accounts and history and devices. I would argue that any adults in this heavily invested into David that watched all of this unfold are likely connoisseurs of a very, let's call it, particular assortment of videos and pictures.
Yeah. That seems like a meeting ground for these fucking losers.
Of people with birthdays that are low. People like this always somehow manage to find each other and network like crazy, enough to put any social network or friend group to shame in comparison. It's almost comical and hard to find friends in a community when you're just a normal person, trying to make it easy as heck for creeps and weirdos to find their people amongst the vast sea. Either way, they're weirdos. Tampering with evidence is a crime more than being in the streets. Now, this guy Moji that we talked about, this creepy dude that was apparently one of the managers of the Discord server, okay, who had a whole bunch of posts where he seemed to have...
Look, he deleted 100 pictures in the last 3 hours. Fucking punk. Moji, you a punk.
Have very weird things to say about young people. Moji, David's Discord server owner and manager on there, has deleted almost 100 pictures in the last 3 hours. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Media went from 369 to 292. Okay. People saying the police probably already have everything anyways, hopefully, and they can definitely recover it anyway. This literally does nothing except possibly incriminate you even more. This guy Moji is about to be cooked too, by the sounds of it, man. It's not a good look. These are not the sort of people we want on the street.
Get them all. Get all of them.
It's not great. People, quick, someone save the evidence before they delete them. Someone already archived everything and made a post about it in the subreddit. And even if that wasn't the case, it's all still recoverable.
Facts.
Okay. I wonder if a lot of the mods are teenagers. It seems they don't understand that what's posted online is online forever, especially when it comes to formal investigations. Everything is recoverable. People saying that seems to be the case. They're teens and in their early 20s. But unfortunately for them, one, they're making themselves look really guilty too. And two, Discord doesn't ever really delete things as they might think. Apparently, tampering with evidence is a felony in California. If they decide to make an example of them, it's at least 3 years. Hopefully they get that and get the book thrown at them for being complicit in child trafficking.
All right, so basically they're shit in the bed as far as everybody can see their dumb asses sitting there deleting shit, all right? The cover-up's failing miserably.
So this David situation is continuing by the day. We're getting all of these crazy updates. A lot of it coming from Reddit, a lot of it coming from the mainstream media.
He put one of them stupid star stickers on his face.
But as I covered in my last video, it seems like the cover-up has begun. There's apparently been efforts to take information down from the original Discord server where a lot of these very suspect chats were going on between that actual girl that lost her life, Celeste, when she was underage, as well as David, as well as several other moderators apparently helping run this Discord. Everybody's getting implicated. A lot of people apparently are trying to clean up, delete posts, delete parts of the Discord, as well as the Reddit, the main David subreddit. People have discovered that David is actually the main and the only moderator on that Reddit, and there's been accusations that he's been locking posts and trying to cover things up. But I'm delighted to tell you guys that the cover-up is seemingly not working. The cover-up is failing miserably. People have caught wind of exactly what's going on, and people are not feeling it. People are calling out the cover-ups that are going on. People are just all over it, and it is going absolutely miserably for David. So I've got a whole bunch of links to show you, to share with you, to help you break down exactly what's going on with this alleged cover-up and how it is ultimately falling flat, probably much to the delight of prosecutors. So this has been going around today, and this is in r/music, a very big subreddit with 3.2 million weekly visitors. Okay, the music subreddit is serious, all right? And this is an article that was posted externally. It says singer David is apparently the sole moderator of his own subreddit and is deleting posts critical of him amidst the LAPD investigation into a teen's death. Okay, people saying they're learning about this dude against their will. They don't want to learn about it, but they're being subjected. They're saying this guy must be guilty. How is he free after they found a dismembered teen in his car? All right.
That's the simplest fucking question that needs to be answered. Exactly what Traplo Ross just said. How can he still be free after they found a dismembered teen in his car?
I don't condone this comment. This is satire. This is satire, clearly. But it's saying, I can excuse being a PDF and a murderer, but I draw the line at being a Reddit moderator. I've now decided that this guy sucks. Okay, so let's take a look at the full article. This is on TV Fandom Lounge, but I've seen other places, other more mainstream news outlets posting this, okay? And it said that David is apparently the sole moderator of his own subreddit and is deleting posts critical of him amid the LAPD's investigation, okay? It's basically breaking down in the middle of these developments, fans noticed unusual activity on David's official Reddit subreddit, where quite a few posts that raised concerns about the case and his lyrics were removed. Since Burke is listed as the only moderator, users are accusing him of attempting to silence discussion and control the narrative.
The only moderator. He's sitting there controlling the motherfucking narrative
Surrounding the investigation. So these are a couple of posts. I'm going to look closer at a number of posts on
what else y'all need, man? What else?
Reddit where people are noticing what's going on. It says the mod who warned about the sub has been suspended and is no longer a mod. Everyone's noticed increased trolling and informative posts being deleted. The only mod active now is David's own account. People saying my post was deleted by mods too. People have been going crazy. The post got deleted. My post got deleted yesterday too. A few hours after I posted it due to slurs. The only slur is the one you see in the screenshot, and it was auto-deleted. Wouldn't it be deleted immediately? What up, guys? I finally found Reddit. All right, this is David's official Reddit account, D4vd Reddit. All right, I've looked at the account. There weren't many posts when I looked at it, but I don't know if posts have been deleted. People are saying there were only 2 mods, Failing for Me and David. Does anyone else think it's odd that Failing for Me stated he doesn't have anything to do with David and doesn't talk to him, but yet him and David joined this server on the same date and are both mods and no one else? Or am I just deeping it too much? I don't think you're deeping it too much. I think you're deeping it an appropriate amount. Who knows this? Listen, I've got multiple Reddit accounts, so no reason why David.
See, I don't have that shit. I don't play that shit, the multiple account bullshit.
Couldn't. They're saying David.
He said I got multiple accounts. I don't understand the you know.
Bitch ass is currently the only mod. Time to move on, folks. David's the only mod in this sub. As a mod got banned and another left, that lives David's PDF bitch ass, the only mod of this sub.
Crazy.
Right. So this was the main David subreddit reposting this same article. All right. This was when it got reposted in Pop Culture Chat, but it's the same thing. All right. Singer David, sole moderator on subreddit, but this isn't the David. This was 7 hours ago. So the last post on the subreddit was 6 hours ago, and it appears to have been duly locked, and we're going to get to that in a moment, okay? But this is basically people saying, mod this, David, middle finger, all right? Plus all the mod announcements are him. We saw it, lol. People saying, I'd be tight with my accounts too if I was a murderer. I had a feeling the amount of posts in defense to him are so suspicious, all right? So people were claiming that David was personally locking posts on the subreddit. So this was going around saying, I just had a quick Google to see who can lock pages and if Reddit themselves do it, and the answer is no. So if David's the only moderator on that main subreddit, it was 100% David himself who locked it. He was saying, can we just start throwing hammers at bro? He was saying it's not.
That's it. So the cover-up is basically him in his subreddit deleting shit.
Not only is David being, implicated in this heinous crime of a young girl who lost her life, and seemingly based on all this evidence that we're seeing on social media, he may well have been in a relationship with this underage girl before she lost her life and was ultimately found in pieces in a Tesla. But the people around him, the people in his Discord, the moderators, the members, other people, management, all kinds of people are now being implicated and dragged into this. Obviously, there's these comments by this creepy Discord moderator called Moji. There's been a couple of different names that have popped up of people that have said super creepy things about kids, things that are super unacceptable. But there's a name that keeps popping up over and over and over again for me that made me want to look a little bit deeper into the situation. And interestingly, this one is actually a woman. This is a girl who goes by the name of Safia. And this is somebody who was allegedly another moderator for David, okay? And she basically has been kind of crashing out about this, I'm not going to lie. And a lot of people have been pointing out holes in the narrative. People are saying that they're onto her, and she's been saying she never knew Celeste, but some of these messages seem to point towards her knowing maybe a little bit more than she's letting on. So in this video, I just want to do a deep dive into this Safia woman and really just try and get to the bottom of what her kind of role is in all this and just how kind of some of the things that she's saying aren't really adding up. So this is a post that was just 9 hours ago on the David subreddit before it got locked. It says every comment by Safia, David's mod on the situation, right? And so this is her original Twitter. It says wrestling, 21 Pilots, K-pop, Billie Eilish, Charlie XCX, Ariana Grande, okay? She a music fan, all right? She a pop fan out here, okay? So these are a bunch of different accounts for her in different places, all right? And this is, it says, I love David. Please notice me, Senpai Uwu, right? And she reposted this. David is gone. Groomer, Celeste. So people are saying she reposted a TikTok that kind of downplayed and sort of mocked what was going on, right? And she's essentially still following David. She's following David's Closet, all these other little fan pages for David, all right? And they're basically saying, look, she was riding for David. She was loving David, all right? People saying, y'all keep talking about David, but never about Ariana's tour. This is September 9th, so this is after the body was found. Right, so she's making comments. She's steady making comments, giving her take on this as it happened, and now she wants to distance herself from this thing. People saying, so she's been that yay woohoo girl in the server. What the F, bro? Just what the F? So that's her retweeting this alleged footage of Celeste backstage with David's brother after a show in June 2024. She's kind of playing dumb here, right? Oh, so she's been that yah woohoo girl in the server. What the hell? Saying, I thought her and Celeste were a different person. I just found out they're the same person. This stuff is getting really bad. Okay, people saying, this is September 20th, just 2 days ago. Should I address all of these allegations about me being connected to David and Celeste? I feel like I have to do it. Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah, you do. Go on, open your fucking mouth.
So she says, guys, I don't encourage you to dox people on the internet for mentioning her name or being part of his Discord staff team. Some of his Discord staff members aren't aware of her presence. I will tell you guys the truth once it's the right time for me to tell everything what I know. Don't know about that, all right? People saying, please DM me if you want to know the answer to it all, or even join my new server.
Yo, these kids are just dying to talk. Everybody just wants to talk. They want to say shit.
To see what me and some people have been gathering. So now she's trying to play the role of investigator. She was on the inside. Now she's trying to act like, oh, I'm just as worried as you got. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this thing too, man. All right. And then they're posting this, and it says, this was my first interaction with David watching this, man. So she's reminiscing on the first time that she was in the chat with David. All right. People saying, please block him. Please block him on Spotify to avoid contributing to him for making money on Spotify. I know that you love his songs like I do, but let's not support this PDF. Okay. And people saying, Doja got publicly scrutinized for shaving her head. Sabrina got cancelled over a cover art. Ariana got crucified for a mere newspaper rumor. Yet y'all stream a literal murderer and PDF. So she's saying, yeah, let's block him on Spotify. I don't rock with David. Wait a minute. But what was all this? I love David. Please notice me. Now we all know how the whole world's noticing you, love. All right. Now the whole world's all up in your grill, all up in your business. All right. For being involved with a bad one. So it says, these MFing label team letting this PDF message in the server. All right. She's saying lamp is a PDF. People saying, she's saying ban lamp, right? So that's what's going on, all right? She's in there saying, she's in there saying, oh, it's so bad. Yeah, we've got to cancel him. But then these other messages surfaced from the 9th of September. Whoever accused my dog David convicted homicide. I'm coming at you.
Oh, look at her defending. She's defending him hard right here. A little while ago, or in the new shit, she don't want no parts of it. But right here, she's ready to bail him out. He ain't even get locked up yet, you fucking idiot.
On me to bail him out. A minute ago, you were trying to bail him out. People saying, W mans, bro. I can't see what that actually says in the text on here, but it's basically something to do with an article, somebody responding. I think that this is some kind of defense of David, and she's saying, yeah, W for that defense, right? She's saying, how many days was the body in your car? People responding. She's saying, these people are so funny, right? So David made that once on stream with his girlfriend, and she says, one time he called me because he was trying to delete that stream with his girlfriend. That stream wanted you.
That's the one she was on, no?
She's the one cleaning up, all right? He's the one who wanted to delete that stream.
Remember, he said, delete it all.
Send like around 10K. What is it saying? How many did he usually get before that? Like around 10K plus viewers. So they're saying, how many people did he get on his live streams before all this popped off? She's saying like around 10K viewers. People saying, wow, that's wild. And she's saying, yup, one time he called me because he was trying to delete that stream with his GF. People saying, I remember that. And she said, yeah, they were talking about that Epstein Island. No, they were talking about that David Island, right?
Okay, there's context there. When he says say something controversial, evidently they might have been talking about Epstein Island on that stream. And he told her say something controversial, and her joke was, what? Something more controversial than raping kids? See, that's context. Don't change nothing for me. Fuck is she doing on that stream? What is she doing there with dude? That's her? That's her on that camera? That's her on that stream? What the fuck is she doing there? What was she doing on Reddit at 10? What was she doing on Twitter at 12? What was she doing running off with him at 12? What was she doing running off with him at 13?
Yeah, this is basically all of her little back and forth chats with different people on Discord. What does that one say? Let's stop with that. And that says, all right, let's stop with that on David. Basically, people are saying... So, all right, there's a bit more close-up screenshot of it now. So somebody's saying, in case of an investigation by any federal entity or similar, I do not have any involvement with this group or people in it. I do not know how I am here. Probably added by a third party. I do not support any actions by the member of this group. So this Will guy is basically covering his tracks. People saying, yeah, wallahi, I agree with that. I'm on that. And then Sophia does the same thing. She posts it. Like, this is going to help you. I don't think this is how it works, all right? You catch a body and you just type on Discord, I have in no way involved in any federal... Bro, the Fed's going to see that and laugh and put you on the list, right? Same thing. It says, in case of an investigation by a federal entity, I do not have any involvement with this group or the people in it. I do not know how I don't know.
So everybody's dropping disclaimers and shit now?
That on David. Basically, people are saying... So, all right, there's a bit more close-up screenshot of it now. So somebody's saying, in case of an investigation by any federal entity or similar, I do not have any involvement with this group or people in it. I do not know how I am here. Probably added by a third party. I do not support any actions by the member of this group. So this Will guy is basically covering his tracks. People saying, yeah, wallahi, I agree with that. I'm on that. And then Sophia does the same thing. She posts it. Like, this is going to help you. I don't think this is how it works, all right? You catch a body and you just type on Discord, I have in no way involved in any federal... Bro, the Fed's going to see that and laugh and put you on the list, right? Same thing. It says, in case of an investigation by a federal entity, I do not have any involvement with this group or the people in it. I do not know how I don't know how I'm here. What about all the other stuff you said in the group? People are that dumb that they think that's going to save them, right? And this is that same conversation. People saying David is Epstein. She's saying, I swear to God, I've been telling this guy that you got to be careful. Now this is what happened. When you say you're telling him to be careful, what do you mean by that? You're telling him to be careful like, hey, I know what's going on, don't get caught? Because if it was me, I'd be telling somebody, get the hell out of my life. Look at this. I swear to God, I've been telling this guy, you got to be careful. Now, this is what happened. What the hell is she talking about? So she definitely knew or partly knew something. She seems too worried and defensive about her part in being the server. She's mentioned too many sneaky, weird comments about Celeste and David. I recently saw a picture of this girl because it was linked to her Spotify, Discord, etc. And she was/is a Maya too. Sophia, not true, not sure if true, but asking if anyone else has heard it. In response to someone saying David is Epstein, she basically says, yeah, I know, and I've told him to be careful. In other words, yes, I know he likes kids, but I've told him not to get caught. It makes her 10 times worse than him, in my opinion, knowing a child is being and abused, and she tells the to be careful and doesn't save the child to the point the child ends up murdered. She could have stopped this. She's just as responsible for that girl's death as he is. Now, you could call her an enabler if you want. Saying she's just as responsible, I don't know about that. People saying she knew that last, they said exactly what I said. That last screenshot, what does she mean by that? She clearly knew he was abusing kids. All she did was tell him to be careful, the vile little demon. It's okay because being an accomplice to abusing kids gets the exact same sentence as actually abusing them. Oh no, that's tough. That's tough news for you. And that last message, she admits herself that she knew he was R-ing a child and likes kids, so she's also toast. This documentary is going to be wild when all the information gets out.
All that shit. I'm telling you, these people is shit, bro. Shit. The bottom of the fucking barrel. Now at the end, they question if she was an adult or a kid. This is too much. Shut the whole shit down. Shut the whole Reddit down. Everything. Everything. Investigate everybody. Who's what. So they're all just pathological liars.
Cooking. So they're all just pathological liars. LMAO. The police are gonna get them. All right, bro. She's contradicting the crap out of herself. Thanks for doing this. She's suspect as F. Yeah, it's not good look. And people are saying includes these ones too. Include these too. All right. What was this one? Oh, this is just the emoji thing. All right, we already saw that, okay? We already saw that. So people are basically saying they're onto her, all right? They're onto her. They know what she's up to. They know what she's about. They're reposting this one, that same thing. I've been telling the guy, you got to be careful. David Epstein. David is Epstein. I've been telling this guy. When you see it in context like that, it's messed up. Apparently, she went on to say that she thinks he let someone borrow his car since he was in Atlanta. What? Wait, what? I need to see that screenshot. I need to see that substantiated. Bro, what the hell? She went on to say that she thinks he let someone borrow his car since he was in Atlanta, and that's what she was referencing. But now, why would you say this when they're saying he's Epstein and you know exactly why? Also, them saying this before she was identified. It's scary how recent this was. This girl is just as sick. What is wrong with him? I'm sure the Epstein topic is a slippery slope and may land you against going terms of service, which Celeste mentioned R-word. And yeah, that is bad. That is bad. Oh my God. Oh my God, it is messed up. So David's mod basically claims that this girl basically claimed that she didn't know. Sophia claims she didn't know Celeste, but she posted a TikTok that appeared to mock her death. All right. Apparently she had a parasocial relationship with Celeste and David, but now she claims she didn't know her. All right. Now she's claiming she didn't know her. Bro, I don't want to say too much her, but she did. Like, I got to watch out what I say. It's just crazy because me and David have been friends for a while, man. She replied, me too. Low-key didn't even know David knew a girl named Celeste. Didn't know she was in the server. Right? And saying Safia saying she barely knew of Celeste's existence. It's kind of crazy because she was the same mod who was explaining to someone that Celeste and Yewu7 were different people. Saying, I saw a message that Sophia left after all of the news initially came out saying she warned David about potentially getting in trouble in the future. Not sure why she's backtracking all of this now because she's trying not to get arrested.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Saying that's the page. See her full profile on the app, man.
Listen, man, she looks like a fucking kid too, bro.
In the future, not sure why she's backtracking all of this now because she's trying not to get arrested. Okay, saying that's the page.
Bro, that's a little kid from that picture. That's what it looks like. But we gotta shut this shit the fuck down, bro. What are they waiting for? Discord letting them do what they want. Reddit letting them do what they want. It's crazy.
See her full profile on the app, man. Saying she watched the live streams with Celeste. She made jokes about how it was controversial. Celeste was tagging her on Discord. She was in every convo about David's girlfriend on the server. Then she claimed she knew nothing. Now she's reposting a TikTok that downplays the situation. How low can you go? Especially because you talked to that girl yourself. She needs to be investigated. Her accounts were found because she used the same username for Spotify, which was following Celeste's Spotify.
Listen, there's a lot of things on the outside, on the peripheral, aside from whoever unalived this little girl and the little girl. There's so much fucked up foul shit all the way around this shit that's permeating through it. I have a lot less hope than I used to have that all of that shit is going to get tied up. We might not even, who knows, man? Who knows what can happen? But there's so much, so many people that just fucking failed that kid.
Safia also claimed to be from the Philippines, and this girl looks Filipina and posts about the country. She looks around Celeste, age 2. He had literal children thirsting over him, and instead of cutting her off like an adult, he like an adult should, he just didn't acknowledge it whatsoever. Okay. She was on this sub yesterday answering questions. She left more unanswered. Interesting how her emoji and Kylie all got on around the same time to address stuff too. All right. saying, I barely knew of her existence, but these comments.
So that's it, man. She knew. Just like everybody else in there knew. Well, not everybody, but some people. Fuck those people.
Right, look at this. Okay, check the names in the stream. Sophia, right? What does that say? Asian dripped out. Comments appear to contradict that. Okay, and she was caught out commenting on that live stream where Celeste appeared. Right, look at this. Okay, look. Check the names in the stream. Sophia.
Boom, there's your name. That's it. Stop acting like you don't know who the fuck she was, bro. What do you think? See, that's a whole different thing. She's not just thinking that the messages can't be deleted. She's thinking, well, if I change my mind and my stance right now, nobody will notice. Come on, it's dumb.
Yeah. Oh, no. She found out in the comments, man. She found out she was watching that, and then she's saying David called her about delete these clips, delete the VOD. Sophia already confessed about her being in the live, but look at all the comments and all the other mods. Apparently, Asian was there as well. They all knew about this. Someone sent this to her on Twitter because she claimed she knew nothing about Celeste. Okay, Queen. And this is the stream where Celeste was like, it's controversial of use of minors, which is why the chat looks like that, which is why the Safia girl said, oh, no. And she claimed, I thought her and Celeste are a different person. I just found out they're the same person. This is getting really bad. Bruh. Sounded like cap. Without a doubt, there are fans who knew, right? That's what they're saying. Okay, so yeah, she was present for that conversation. She was apparently present in the Discord when this conversation went down with a deleted user that some people think is actually Celeste, saying that she was a V until she was 11. All right, people are saying that Sophia was in the conversation going back and forth. She was there right before this deleted user was talking about doing stuff at 11. All right, that's crazy. Saying I got SA'd, so silly, it's okay. She was allegedly in that chat. Sophia's in almost every questionable screenshot from that hellhole of a server, but knew nothing.
Well, there it is. We question if there was an abuse. She seems to have said it right there. If the deleted user, in fact, is or was Celeste Rivas Hernandez, she said, I got SA.
She was allegedly in that chat. Sophia's in almost every questionable screenshot from that hellhole of a server, but knew nothing. I'm not buying it. Okay. And another post that was circulating from the Discord showed Sophia and Celeste being discussed. This is another different conversation. Sophia commented, 17-year-old flirting to 14-year-old girl. It's so weird. All right. So they're having these conversations around this time, all right? And they're saying the first two pictures are about Saf and the other three are about Celeste. Please read the bottom. And so this is apparently a conversation going back and forth about some creepy stuff going on. So a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old is weird, but when Celeste and David together, it wasn't. And she was 11 or 12, and he was 17. Make it make sense. The next set of screenshots, I believe, are Celeste telling the server about running away and Moji one of the odds. Now the server owner, I think, encouraging her to do so. I could be wrong about this being Celeste, so don't take my word for it 100%, right? So this is basically, they're saying this is a conversation with Celeste and the server owner, basically saying, so this was 2 years ago. I was younger, even though you guys tried to age the F out of me. Yeah, that was a minor, right? How old were you? You were talking about a bunch of girls from the server, including me. She says stuff happens. How old are you? 17. I'm 19 now. People are thinking that's a lie, right? And then this is the deleted user commenting again, posting stuff, all right? Commenting, I plan on running away tonight. Why? Everything. You won't.
This is May. This is a month after she came up no, that was 24. So this is the year before. This is 11 months, I think, to the day before she disappeared for good. And remember, she had already been returned. Wow. Look at. She said, I plan on running away tonight. Look at this Moji motherfucker. With all that foul shit to say, look, he said, do it. You won't. He reverse psychologizing her and shit.
It's Moji.
Daring her.
Emoji. I want to run away, to be honest. Haram. Can you file for independence at 14? This is looking like her. The numbers and the timeline kind of adds up for the ages. That's
because she would have been... Because she would have been... In May 2020... She'd have been 12 years old still, no? Bitch ass fucking...
And this is the deleted user commenting again. Posting stuff. All right. Commenting, I plan on running away tonight. Why?
Do it. You won't.
Everything. You won't. Is Moji. Hi, Moji. I want to run away, to be honest. Haram. Can you file for independence at 14?
She's not 14 in February of 2023. She was 14 in September of 2024. Yeah, she'd have been 12. It's just fucking stupid. It's mind-boggling. And maybe she knows in 2023, she knows that she's far away, or she knows that she's way too young. 12, they ain't going to give her no independence. She's asking if it could be done at 14. But the numbers don't add up for her to be 14 here.
This is looking like her. The numbers and the timeline kind of adds up for the ages. That's actually twisted. The owner encouraging a minor to run away is disgusting.
Yes.
That is messed up. Okay.
Yes. That emoji motherfucker, man. May it be slow and painful for you.
And apparently someone else caught Safia speaking about Celeste on her Discord. So check this out, right? This clip is actually crazy. I saw a little bit of this earlier. But let's break this one down as well while we're here.
I was not doing enough research. I just joined David's Discord server to get ready for the screenshots because, yeah, she's not here and he no longer posts about her, so I'm probably guessing they broke up. She's still in here. Nope, she already left. Celeste, is that her? That's his ex before Yay, that's his ex. What, am I slow? Celeste is the girl he's showing his streams. Yay, woohoo, 7 is the girl who spoiled him. So I assume my house is not my home. It's probably about Celeste, which is a song. I clicked on this picture.
So that was Sophia, this post that we seen a few days ago, right? About her basically talking about this house, my house is not my home, as being about her. So her saying, oh, I didn't know about her, I didn't know nothing about what was going on.
I clicked on this picture. Yay, she's still in here. Nope, she already left. Celeste.
While we're here.
I was not doing enough research. I just joined David's Discord server to get ready for the screenshots because, yeah, she's not here and he no longer posts about her, so I'm probably guessing they broke up. She's still in here. Nope, she already left. Celeste, is that her?
Sophia.
That's his ex before Yay, that's his ex. What, am I slow? Celeste is the girl he's showing his streams. Yay, woohoo, 7 is the girl who spoiled him. So I assume my house is not my home. It's probably about Celeste, which is a song. I clicked on this picture.
So that was Sophia, this post that we seen a few days ago, right? About her basically talking about this house, my house is not my home, as being about her. So her saying, oh, I didn't know about her, I didn't know nothing about what was going on. Sounded like Cap.
And that's David doing this with the girl, and she has a ring on her finger. The dude said,
Sounded like Cap. I need to sample that for the boy.
that supposedly it's not Celeste, it's supposed to be his new girlfriend or something. I don't know. Like the ring on the finger just gives off Celeste. Like she had a ring on her finger with David written on right here. So I don't know. This was in 2025. Somebody said, "Oh, are you like David's girlfriend?" And then somebody replied saying, "Dang, she's a minor. Oh, dang, my bad." But notice how their accounts are deleted. I don't know, bro. Somebody said, "When I say he made the best Alfredo Parmesan I've ever had," and then somebody replied saying, "David made that once on stream with his girlfriend." Don't forget, they were saying that Celeste was popping up on stream. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Did David break up with his girlfriend? It surely sounds like it. I don't know why. That was like last year, September. He had a GF. I just don't know which September. LMAO 2023 or 2024. Guys, I'm gonna let y'all do the timestamps, everything. I'm gonna let y'all do all of that. By the way, I have her Spotify, and here's a shared playlist with Dave. I clicked the link. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? This is supposedly supposed to be the shared playlist with David. How does David drop heartbreak songs when he has never dated anyone? I remember him saying like he's never been with anybody, and then somebody said he has a GF right now. I'm pretty sure in 2024 in December. Like he was dating that one girl not too long ago. Who are we talking about though? Like who? He definitely had a girl or two. Wasn't he dating a girl with red hair? That's funny because there's literally a TikTok of David holding. You know what? I'll just pull up the screenshot. And voila! I mean the date. I don't know. Y'all connect the dots for me because I can't do that. But right here, you see her hair. It's red. It's red. Regardless, if you go back to the screenshot though, it says I think he said that 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that girl said she been saying she been telling her girl I'm gonna dye my hair again and this and that. We've seen her with a couple different color hair. May everyone involved meet the booty bandit daily. May it be slow and painful.
So yeah, my bad. And I realized he got a new girlfriend. We've known for weeks, bruh. Do you know what she looks like? All I saw was she was white with red hair. She replied to we've known for weeks. No, I thought
Whether it be the shiv, whatever the fuck it is, may it be slow and painful, man. But may the end of you suffer, motherfucker.
was still dating his previous GF. And then this person said, who was his previous GF? She was in his stream before. Like, Twitch stream? Yup. What did I say? Let's not forget. Like around 10,000 plus viewers. Wow, that's wild. Yup. One time he called me because he was trying to delete the stream with his girlfriend. Let's not forget what the video was like. Let's not forget what David said when he was like, oh my, delete this. Da 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 da. When she was like, we have to delete this video. Don't forget. Do not forget.
Do not forget.
Wow. That is crazy, okay? People saying, I'm convinced that Reddit will catch bro. The PDF ring in David's Discord. I bet David has secret group chats too. Look at how Safia says that he went to her to help him with deleting the stream. So people are saying on the subreddits.
That's a ring.
On David.
That's a conspiracy. They got a RICO on that Discord.
That Reddit will catch bro. The PDF ring in David's Discord. I bet David has secret group chats too. Look at how Safia says that he went to her to help him with deleting the stream. So people are saying on the subreddits, all right, on David too. People are saying Sophia is just as guilty as half of the Discord server. All right, posting that same screenshot. It's very damning. Okay, people are saying it's time to, saying she wanted to bail him out. Saying W man. Oh, we can actually see this now. This is great. So let me see if I can zoom in. I'll zoom in. No zoom. All right, let me go back. All right, I'm gonna squint and read this. Okay, this is an original post that said, "Why are people trying to hide bodies in other people's cars? What the hell? No way that man did anything." The story says that the car was moved there for a few days, and then the stench was noticed. He's been touring far from California since early August. Anyway, stream romantic homicide. And then she's basically put W mans on that post. That is twisted, all right? They're finna use the lyrics for evidence. Yeah, no shit. No shit, right? I'm going to say that, oh, no, David, I'm banning them. It's too late. It's way too late, okay? She thinks it's a joke. She was the one saying on the other subreddit she knew nothing. It's Preds protecting other Preds. Hard to believe this is an adult woman. She failed severely in her duty to protect a child. Took no responsibility whatsoever and even dehumanized the victim. S-Predators only continue to do what they do because there's a network that supports them. Safia is a straight-up moron. She's so embarrassing, 24, 25, doing all this. She knows better. It's so pathetic seeing these mods try and claim they have no business with David when they literally spent the last year harboring this PDF relationship with a minor. F these people. They're so scumful. Safia knows something. She knows something. They all know something. That's what they're saying, all right? I can't lie. Like, it seems like she knows something. Okay, I don't think you could go as far as saying she's like the Ghislaine Maxwell in this situation, but it does seem like she knew what was going on, at least from those messages. At least her saying she tried to warn him, like she tried to warn him not to go out like Epstein. Like that one's actually crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of other people are going to go down. I think that deleting the Discord logs ain't going to help. I think some people are royally cooked, and this Safia person is definitely not looking too solid right now.
Fuck everybody that failed in that situation. Tomorrow morning I wake up and he's locked up, happy man. Him or whoever did this, in a crazy world, in another multiverse, he didn't do it. Whoever it was, have their ass tomorrow. Or may they be gone off of this mortal coil. That's the easy way out, but whatever. Sitting around playing Fortnite, I ain't trying to hear it. Rest in peace to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We'll continue to follow this story and react to the fuckery. It's just fucking, it's heavy, it's heartbreaking, it's disgusting, it's deplorable. And that kid was failed by everybody from the beginning.